Hi guys, welcome back. I'll be showing you guys how to get flawless backdrop in Photoshop. I don't want to waste your time. Photoshop is fun. Let's have fun. So the first thing you want to do is you want to come to your background copy, you duplicate just like this. Then you remove all the dirt and parts that is torn on your backdrop. Remove everything just like that. Remove everything. Make sure it's clean. That's the first thing you want to do. Make sure everything is clean. Make sure you remove everything, all, anything distracting at all. Be careful when you remove them so that you don't destroy anything at all. Just like this. Yeah, I think I'm okay like this. Once you are done, the next thing we want to do is you merge the layer. Yes, then create a new layer. Now this new layer we're creating is for the foreground, that's the subject. Do you get it? So you can name it foreground, you can name it anything you want. If you like, name it image, name it anything you want. So for me, I'll just name it F, foreground. Then you turn off the eye button, come back to your background. Then you go to your come to your selection tool here. We want to select the subject. Once you select the subject, Photoshop will help you select the subject, although it might not be accurate, so you can just help yourself in um, adjusting the parts that Photoshop couldn't do. So I guess you know how to do this. It's just for you to hold your Alt and Shift. If you want to subtract from the selection, you hold your Alt, and if you want to add, you hold your Shift. It's as simple as that. For this part now, I want to subtract this part because Photoshop selected it, so you just hold your Alt. It will turn to negative or minus. Then you click just like that. Very fast and easy. You see, very fast and easy. Yeah, I want to add to this part just like that. Now, once you are done doing that, if yet you can still get accurate, because we want to be very careful. This is backdrop and we need it to be flawless. I mean, very fine, eye catching. You know, in your image, one of those things that people do see first, it's your lightning, the color grading, and the backdrop. That's the truth. Before people zoom into your work, before they observe they observe your backdrop first. So it's important. Give them flawless backdrop. Very important. So if you can't get an accurate selection of the subject, you can come back to your lasso tool here, select your lasso tool and just even it out. You get, very simple. I'm only wasting time because it's more of a like tutorial. If for me it's very fast, and most times you don't need to be 100% accurate. I mean, you don't need to be 100%. Select this place out. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry. Okay, I think I'm okay with that. I want to add to this place. All right, yes, subtract from here. Okay, there's a selection of our shoe here. We want to remove that. We don't want that. Let's add rather. Okay, so you just keep on doing that. Just do a good job. Select everything out so that it will be perfect. Okay, so here we are. after the selection is being done, I discovered something of recent and I wanted to share with you. It's so interesting. I wanted to share with you. I'll be sharing that with you towards the end of the video. So now we've done the selection. The next thing you want to do now, you want to come to our edit, come to content, our field, click on it. Then you have this. Make sure your output is set to duplicate layer. Then you click OK. So content aware field will automatically help you fill up the background, and the essence of that output layer that we selected to be duplicate layer is Photoshop will create a new copy of a backdrop for you that has been filled. So now we'll be having two separate layers. Okay, here we go. Fine. This is our new backdrop now, and this is the image. You see, we have separated the backdrop. Now this is an empty space. This is the backdrop, and this is your image itself. So now we have two layers. Your backdrop separated from the image itself, from your foreground. So now here is what we do. Check off the I button of the backdrop, come to your foreground or your image, whichever you want to label it. I don't know, that's your choice. Then come to your mask, click on your mask. You see, now we have this. Now the next thing you want to do is you want to come to your filter, come to order, come to minimum. Then just set your minimum to around 2 and click OK. Once you are done with that, you come back to your background copy, click on your background copy, convert it to smart object. Okay, convert to smart object. Once that is done, we come to our filter, and this is where I said I wanted to tell you something. You see, now we have option. The essence of us converting it to a smart object is so that once we apply the blur, if the blur is too much or the blur is not okay, we can always come back and edit the blur. That's the essence of smart object. You can always come back and readjust and do whatever you want. Now, going back to what I said I wanted to share with you that I discovered earlier, most of these pictures will, I don't know for you, but for me, some of these clients, most times what they use the pictures for is they post it on Facebook, post it on Instagram, WhatsApp, on their social media. And you don't need to give them pictures with heavy pictures, files that are 20 MB, 10 MB. Most times when they post like that, we all know that this social media platform, they will reduce these pictures to the size that they wanted. Most of the time, less than 200 kilobytes. So there's no point giving them picture that is so heavy. Now, there are two ways that you can blur your background. It's either you use the Gaussian blur, or you come to your blur gallery and use your tilt shift. Those are the two things I use. So of recent, most of the time people use Gaussian blur, but Gaussian blur, when you use Gaussian blur, you need to still come and apply noise to the image. Please listen to this carefully. You need to come back and apply noise, because take for instance, when you come to your blur, Gaussian blur, when you apply Gaussian blur, automatically it will help you blur the background. Of course, it will be nice, very nice, and you see, very nice. But then once you apply blur like this, you need to add some little noise to the background so that it will make it look perfect, and it will make it look natural a little bit. You get? Now, here we are in Gaussian blur. Gaussian blur will not give you additional noise to add to the backdrop. So now, and when you apply your Gaussian blur, then you come back and add noise to that background, it will make your picture size double. I mean, if your picture size is on 15 MB, is going to 30 something MB automatically. I discovered that recently. You can try it out. Try it out and see yourself. It will increase the size of your image. You don't want that. So this is what I do. I come to blur gallery. I come to tilt shift. Tilt shift gives me an advantage of adding noise even as I'm adding the blur itself. Now here is how we do it. Once you are here like this, you want to drag this down completely, because I want the blur to be even. So I want everything blur equally. just like this. Can we see it? Let me zoom in so that we can see. Okay, here we are. Then we'll come to our blur. Increase the blur until you get what you want. Okay, don't worry, don't be scared. Just increase the blur till you get what you want. I know you are looking at the image is floating already. I do see images like that online. Don't make your image float. Sorry, don't make your image float. It's unprofessional. So now I think at 141, I love the blur just like this. It's okay for me. Now we want to add noise. This is where I'm talking about. You just come to your noise here. We have effects, motion effects, and noise. Come to the noise, then select amount. Most times I use around 13 and 14. To be honest, that's what I use. No, I don't want 15. 14 thereabout. I'm okay with this. Then I click OK. Now you look at it very well now. Number one, our image is floating already. We'll work that out. And then part of the image, the blur has affected some parts of some edges of her head, the E that she's holding, and part of her gown. So now we can always fix that. And that is why we separated the little girl and the backdrop. Now you see, we can always come back to fix her. Anything concerning her here, we can come back to the foreground that we created earlier. Then you select your brush, select the mask, then select your brush. Make sure that your brush foreground color is set to white. Increase the opacity to 100, your flow 100. Then you can brush those places out. Are you seeing? Just like this. Very simple. Simple, easy, simple, easy. And don't worry, your first attempt, it might take you a little time, but once you perfect it, it's very fast. In few minutes, you are done doing this. In few minutes, you are done doing this. You see? Just like that. Just bring them out just like that. Every part. Okay? Just like that. Continue like that. Okay. So we've fixed all those parts that the blur affected already. But then we still have one challenge, and the challenge is our image is floating. You can see, just look at it, it's floating. So all we need to do to fix that, here is our background copy, which is our backdrop. Just come to this filter here, click on it. Then set your foreground color on your brush to black. Here is white, so set here to black. Do you get it? Then I want to reduce my opacity because I don't want the exact um, backdrop that we blur. I don't want all those things back completely. I just want to create it's more of like an illusion of shadows and like that. So we just come to a show area like this, then you just paint on. I don't know if you okay, let me increase to 100% so that you see what I'm talking about. The opacity to 100. See, do you see that? We have the background, we have it back just like that. Can you see? But then I don't want it completely like this. I don't know if let me brush well so that you see we can bring everything back. Can you see it? But then I don't want it like that, so let's go back. Okay, to here. Okay, now fine. We want it at around, set your brush opacity to around 15. Okay, let's leave it at 17. Then you brush strategically like that. You just brush out all the shadows that we have. I don't if you are you seeing it? So that it won't be floating. We have our shadow back. Can you see it? We have our shadow back. Gradually, just like that. Like that. Brush, just like that. Please and please make sure your image is not floating. Let's see before and after. Oh, sorry. Before. I was saying it. After. Pay attention to the before, after. See that she's not floating again, before, after, because we've been able to bring back some of the shadows, even where this um her one is standing, we have a little bit of shadow around this place, around our feet here, create some shadows as well. You can keep on doing that till you get a perfect um picture of what you want and what you like. So keep on doing it, bring back some shadows, That's what you do in order for your image not to float. I guess why some people make mistakes is, or well, it's a choice actually. But for me, I feel like the idea of 100% perfection damages pictures. That's just for me. The idea of 100% perfection damages picture. You don't do that. So for me like this, it's okay because now I have some shadows. You see and after, before and after. There's some shadows. Now my image is no longer floating. Now another thing you can do is you can reduce, maybe if you think you can adjust the color of the backdrop, you can adjust the brightness as well. All you need to do is just select this your background copy and create any adjustment layer. Let me create curves for instance. Curves adjustment layer. I can drag the light down just like that. Can you see it? Just like that. Then as well, I can come to see before, after. It's only affecting the backdrop. Before, after. So now I can also come to my, let's say, hue and saturation, and then adjust whatsoever I want. You see, like that. Can you see it? Any color at all you want, you can. We have maybe yellow. You can play with your yellow and see what you just play around with colors. Although I don't want that, I'm just showing you that, so I'm going to delete that. I'm okay with just this. So let's say before and after. Here you are. You have your flawless backdrop. See, this is where we started from, and here we are. Then you can just do a little bit of cropping. Boom. Can you see it? Flawless backdrop. I know some of you might be looking at we have a little bit of shadow here. You might decide to remove it. It's possible. I mean, it's possible, but I want it just like this. I want it like this. Some of those things are what you remove and it makes your image look like it's floating. I want the shadow there. Fine and perfect for me. You can take your own a little bit higher depending on what you want. So that brings us to the end of the tutorial. I hope you learned something today. Don't stop creating. Don't limit yourself to what I've taught you or what you've learned here. You can go further and further. There are lots and lots and lots more to learn in Photoshop. See you in my next tutorial. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe and push on the notification button. Thank you. See you next time.